Hello everyone, we're back here in the shop working on the extra. Just a few more things to do and she'll be ready to fly. A little bit of programming and we'll be good to go. So let's get to it. Okay, I've got a couple more things to do, and one of them is drill a hole through the cowl for the carburetor screws adjustment. And so to do that, I'm going to take this laser pointer, and I've got it clamped to my camera mount, and then just line it right up on the carburetor screws. Put the cowl back on, and then I can mark it to drill the hole. So let's get that done. Okay, this is where the mark is going to end up being on the cowl. Right there. I just put a clamp on the laser, and I'm going to take a silver Sharpie. Just mark that spot. Okay, now I've got a spot to drill, and at this angle it should clear the headers, and I'll be able to get to my screws. Okay, the hole is drilled. Not easy to see. That's good. Won't show up. Won't be a big mess. So I should be able to get to my carburetor screws that way if I really need to. Hopefully I get it tuned well enough that I don't have to do that through the cowl, but the hole is there if I really need to. So just a few more things to do. Get the receiver mounted, the ignition battery in, and then just go through the radio settings, and we're ready to fly. Well guys, I'm back in the shop today. Been working on the Bushmaster a little bit. And I managed to sneak the new extra out to the field before work one day, and had enough time to put one flight on it just to make sure it flew, and I didn't have anybody with me to record it, so well, the maiden won't be the maiden. But the Bushmaster, ever since I built it, was giving me problems with running hot. And so the design of this thing, all your air is supposed to go in around the spinner. And that's not enough air, in my opinion. So I cut out some half moons here so air could get over the cylinders. But it was still overheating. And down here is a big air intake, and I believe what is happening is there's so much air coming through here is causing static air up here around the cylinders, and therefore it's overheating. So what I've done is I've taken some 3D printed baffles that my wife made, and these are for the AJ Raven, I believe, 70 cc's in the AJ Raven. So they're the right size for my cylinders. I just had to contour them to fit in the cowling here. I added a piece of balsa here, painted it black to block the air coming in there. And I'm hoping that that will solve my heating problem. The other thing I need to do is I'm going to cut a piece of flashing, which Extreme Flight recommends, and make a sort of spoiler right here to create a negative pressure here to suck air out this way. So I'm hoping that will solve my overheating problem. So just to show you how the discoloration on my cylinders. So it's probably not going to show up on camera well, but desert aircraft cylinders, when they get hot, will begin to turn pink. So this one is not as bad. That back cap is a little more pink than the front. But this one over here, the top of the head, and is definitely changing color. So that means we're getting hot. Definitely getting hot. And the engine quit on me a few times when I came back to idle, and that's because of heat. It's causing it to lean out so much because of the heat. And that's what's causing the problem there. So you get that finished up and move on to the extra. I finally got the spinner finished. Not the best design in the world, but it's still better than plain silver or plain red. And that way I don't have to buy a new carbon fiber one. I'd much rather just use what I have. Oh. Okay, I'm going to get this Bushmaster finished and put away, and then I'll get the extra down, and we're going to put some graphics on it. Alright, I've got some aluminum flashing here. I'm just going to cut a piece off of that. Then I'm going to square it, mark some lines in it, and have these spinners for the Bushmaster 2 that this one I bought from Extreme Flight. This is one of the ones that have the screws go in through the side. I don't like them. I've used them many times over the years, and they always crack. Oh, this is a Pilot RC one that had a central bolt. I can't get this size anymore. So this one got cracked in an accident. I've glued it, and it's quite messy. I'm just going to sand this and then re-clear it and fix that up a little bit. Oh, let's see. You know, I don't know if I like that or not. I think I might just have my wife 3D print something to put on there. Anyway, let's clean the table up and get the Bushmaster out of the way. That way I can put the extra stuff on here and start putting some graphics on. All right, table's cleaned up, Bushmaster's put away. Let me get the stabs out. I just have to go over these with the heat gun, make sure they're shrinked enough that they're not going to come loose underneath the vinyl. I had already ironed all these down, all the edges, but I can see some wrinkles in here a little bit, so we'll take care of that. And I got to go upstairs and get my wife's vinyl stuff, so we can start wiping this stuff down and then put it on there. So, all right, let's get to that. I've got the graphics out and my wife's vinyl stuff. Now, she didn't make these. I got these from B&E Graphics because they had a complete package. And these are printed vinyl graphics. And the machine she has just cuts one color at a time. If you want multicolor, you have to layer them to get a multicolored graphic vinyl decal. So that's why I bought the whole package from them. Much easier to get the design that you want. And a lot less work. So, all right. This is the cleaner. It's also, it's called Rapid Tack. And you can spray this on, it'll clean it, and then you just wet it, place your graphic where you want it, and then it will, you squeegee it out, and it'll adhere to, the vinyl will adhere to your surface. So, this looks like for the radio decal, it's supposed to go back here on the elevators. It looks like I'm going to have to split this in half and put the top symbol up there and then FR Sky down below the hinge line. Okay, first thing to do, heat it up, get some shrinkage on it. I don't have a hot glove for doing this, so I'm just going to have to use a clean rag. Get those wrinkles out. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So, just wet that down. Carefully remove the backing. Hopefully everything comes off in one piece. Just like that. Now we just squeegee out all the moisture. Okay, there's the Up Our Sky logo. I'm off a little bit. I'm closer on this side and this side, but nobody's gonna notice that except for me. Let's see. Here's the other logo. I'm gonna get this one about lined up where it needs to be. Okay, that's what that's going to look like. I'll do the next one off camera, and then we'll move on to the wings and get those done. Okay, we're on to the right wing. Same procedure as before. Clean, actually shrink the covering, get all the wrinkles out, clean it, and then I'm going to wet it and put the graphics on here. So for this one, it actually covers up the SX that's already there, but that's okay. Okay. I believe when I looked on the pictures online that this has to go all the way over here to where this black line intersects. All right. Close enough. Can give it a shot underneath just to make sure it's wet enough. It's close enough. Okay, there we go. There's that one on there. Now I'll get the other wing out and do the same thing. Make sure I get all these bubbles out. So once that liquid dries up, that's it, it's on there. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, Desert Aircraft logo is on. I put it at a slight angle so it's not straight. It's the way we used to do it back in the day. So now I just have to get these side ones on. This one will go on the tail somewhere, probably down here. I don't think the star lines up with that gray star there. So it'll have to go down here on the tail. Yeah. Well, let's get the rest of it done. Okay, there's one on. I'll get the other side done, and then I'll put the tail stickers on. Well, the Extra 330 is flying. It's still a little nose heavy, and I have a little program tuning to do. But like any AJ, it flies really well. I'm sorry I haven't got any video out in a timely fashion on it, and just been hit up with life stuff in a jet event at our home club. So the only thing I have is a couple of clips of it flying, and not very good, but I'll slap them here in the end. So that's it for the Extra, and next thing is more problems. We'll get to that in the next video. Happy flying, everybody.